What if aging is not a sentence of biology, but mistaken code? Every heartbeat you've ever had and every cell division in your body has been writing data in real time. Billions of lines in a program called you. Now, for the first time, artificial intelligence is reading that code back to us. And what is found is something humans never dared to believe. The blueprint of aging itself may be editable. In labs from Boston to Singapore, neural networks trained on genomic and metabolomic data are beginning to map how and why our bodies age, decoding millions of hidden variables that once looked like random decay. Not long ago, these same algorithms beat chess and Go. Today, they're running simulations of human lifespan. Their findings hint that the difference between dying at 80 and thriving at 120 isn't a miracle gene at all. It's pattern recognition. And that makes aging not an inevitability, but a data problem. This is a longevity blueprint taking shape right now. The fusion of AI and biology creating the first evidence-based map to a 120-year healthy human life. But if we can teach machines to decode aging, can they also teach us how to reverse it? And what happens when the expiration date written into our cells becomes optional? For thousands of years, humanity has been obsessed with outrunning time. From elixirs of life to cryonics tanks, we've built myths and machines around the same fear, that aging is inevitable. But in the last 5 years, that fear met its first real rival, artificial intelligence. Until recently, geroscience, the biology of aging, was like trying to fix a car engine without ever seeing inside it. We could measure wrinkles and heart rates, but not the molecular ebb and flow inside cells. Now we can. AI-driven sequencing is reading every letter of our DNA. Multiomic scanners are mapping the entire symphony of lipids, proteins, and metabolites that govern our biological clock. These datasets are so massive no human brain could grasp them, but large language models and deep learning systems can. Across billions of variables, they see patterns linking gene expression, metabolism, immunity, and disease risk that we never noticed. It's like they found the debug menu for human biology, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Right now, the average person spends at least 20 of their final years in decline, slow in mobility, fading memory, and mounting medication lists. AI-guided medicine could compress all that suffering into the last few years of life, or delay it by decades. A 120-year lifespan with a biological age of 60 isn't a dream of immortality. It's a vision of healthy time. But to turn that vision into reality, we need to understand exactly what aging is made of and how a machine could possibly read its signature. Because beneath the wrinkles and gray hair lies an algorithm older than our species, and AI has finally begun to crack its syntax. Here's where complexity meets clarity. Scientists used to think aging was chaos, cells breaking down, proteins misfolding, and DNA randomly decaying. AI has revealed something different. A pattern. Across millions of samples worldwide, deep learning algorithms are finding recurring codes in how cells change over time. Inside those codes sit the so-called hallmarks of aging, 12 processes that collectively decide how fast we grow old. DNA mutation is one signal. Epigenetic drift, the remarking of our genetic software, is another. Mitochondria, the cell's power plants, go offline. Stem cells run out of repair credits. These aren't random failures. They're a sequence of feedback loops that AI is starting to map like traffic flow on a planet of 37 trillion cells. Imagine aging as the world's messiest code base. Each line references a gene, a protein, or a metabolite. Humans can't read it, but neural networks trained on genomic, blood, and imaging data can spot the bugs. They can say, this combination of DNA methylation marks predicts organ decline in 10 years, or this mitochondrial signature correlates with early neurodegeneration. That's how we get biological age clocks, algorithms so accurate they can predict your true cellular age within a few months. Beyond blood tests, AI is learning to read aging from retinal images and even voice patterns. It's as if each body emits a distinct tempo of time, and AI has perfect pitch. But identifying a score is only the first act. The next is rewriting it. Teaching machines to design compounds, therapies, and genes that reverse those cellular patterns. And that's where the breakthroughs begin to sound almost mythical. This is where the lab results start to bend reality. In the past, drug discovery meant testing 10,000 molecules to find one that worked. Now AI designs molecules before they exist, simulating their behavior in silico, predicting how they'll dock with aging proteins, and ranking success probability before a chemist even picks up a pipette. Companies like In Silico Medicine and Altos Labs already let algorithms draft entire therapeutic blueprints overnight. Their targets? The hallmarks of aging themselves. AI-discovered senolytic compounds are eliminating zombie cells that poison tissues and accelerate inflammation. Algorithms trained on millions of cell images found patterns no human saw, and identified new molecules that clear senescent cells in weeks rather than years of trial and error. Early human tests show improvements in fitness, tissue repair, and inflammation markers. Meanwhile, epigenetic reprogramming is the closest thing science has to turning back time. By briefly activating 4 genes known as the Yamanaka factors, researchers have reversed the biological age of cells from 80 to 30 overnight, without losing their identity. AI now models exactly how long to activate those switches, so cells rejuvenate rather than go rogue. In animals, these protocols restore vision, repair muscle, and reverse some degenerative diseases. Add digital twins to the mix, virtual replicas of you that simulate how your body will respond to any therapy, and the concept of personalized medicine feels like an understatement. These systems can predict how metformin, rapamycin, or gene therapies will affect your own cells before you ever touch a needle. The twist is that this isn't about living forever. It's about living fully. AI isn't chasing immortality. It's engineering quality. Decades more of clear minds, strong muscles, and hearts that don't forget how to beat. But the question no algorithm has answered yet is philosophical. If we can rewrite our expiration date, how we redefine the meaning of a life well lived. For the first time in human history, aging is shifting from myth to math. Our lifespans aren't just stretching, they're being decoded. Each blood sample, each biomarker, and each data point teaches AI another line in the language of time, and the translation is astonishingly simple. Aging is not a fate, it's a function. Functions can be optimized. That's the promise of the longevity blueprint. Not immortality or escape from death, but the erasure of needless decline. If we can compress decades of frailty into a brief final chapter, then what we gain isn't just time, it's quality of time, a world where turning 100 feels like today's 55. Still, a machine can predict how we age, but not why we choose to live. Extending life forces us to ask better questions. What will we do with an extra 40 years of clarity? How do we balance longevity with meaning, progress with ethics, and innovation with equity? Because if longevity becomes a luxury, the blueprint fails its purpose. Right now, scientists are using AI to simulate aging at cellular resolution, design senolytic drugs in weeks, and build digital twins that predict disease before symptoms exist. Every dataset is one step closer to engineering healthspan into our design spec. But the real story is collective. Each of us is part of this experiment. How we eat, sleep, and learn feed an AI that's literally measuring human potential. And in our next BioForge AI episode, we follow that potential into the world of CRISPR-2 and AI collaboration, where machines aren't just interpreting genes. They're beginning to write them for longer, stronger, and perhaps smarter humans. The clock still ticks, but for the first time, we might decide the tempo.